Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. It's Monday. I'm tired. Nintendo refuses to tweet anything super interesting, but we've got a great show for you today. And instead of an intro, I thought I'd just tell you how much I love my passion tea. Gosh, goodness gracious, this is one of the best liquids you can slurp down your throat. Tazo, 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 however you want to call it. The passionate flavors, they evoke positivity and happiness in me. You want to know why I'm able to maintain that attitude for the last decade on YouTube? Thanks to passion tea. And maybe a little lucky disposition. But what's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a fantastic start to your week. We've got some Nintendo news, and I'm going to roll through it really fast because I want to get to something that I find far more interesting and exciting. Make sure to smash that like button to show some support and love. Let me know in the comments down below how you're feeling today. A little self-check-in, a little update. How's it going on Monday, episode 45 of Good Morning Mario? Let's roll through it. Nintendo is doing bonkers with their big games. Capcom announced that Monster Hunter Rise sold 4 million copies over the weekend. That does include physical and digital sales. The game is boom shakalaka. It's an amazing game. We've had a lot of fun with it. We're going to be playing more, and it's selling super duper well. It's right in that Animal Crossing slot, and it seems like it's going to do wonders for the Switch here in 2021. Also, Nintendo has put one of my favorite games on the Switch and one of my favorite Nintendo games of the last decade on sale, or I guess Nintendo didn't really, but it's Best Buy and Amazon to have Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury for $49.99, okay? Grab it, get it. Great game. Bowser's Fury is one of the most brilliant Mario things the masterminds over there with Miyamoto have ever made possible. So check it out. Okay, that's the news. They didn't tweet about an indie direct. They didn't tweet about a new game. So we're talking about something that I am very excited about. Nintendo is probably going to have their best E3 ever. They're setting themselves up to have the best summer palooza we've ever seen. Chet Hanks thinks it's a white boy summer. I think it's a plumber summer, okay? Let's get that trending. Hashtag plumber summer. I'm counting on you. But look, Nintendo has had really solid E3 showings ever since the Switch debuted. You know, the first one was centered around Super Mario Odyssey. The next one was centered around Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Then the next one, they were like, wow, Breath of the Wild 2 to close it out. And then last year, they didn't have an E3 Direct because, you know. This year, though, is going to bring it all together. I really think there are 5 reasons why this E3 is going to be their best showcase ever, their biggest ever. And 4.5 years in, with the system selling like hotcakes, the game's better than ever, and the fan base more engaged, they're going to dominate. Nintendo usually likes to have one tentpole title, and this year I think it's one of 2 games. I think it's either Breath of the Wild 2, if that is indeed launching in 2021, and the jury's still out on that. Could be a late 2021 game, could be an early 2022 game. Maybe they shift it beyond Pokemon Legends and it becomes a early to mid 2022 game, but if it is releasing this year, I think it's the focus. And if it's not releasing this year, I still think it gets buzz. Now, if it's not the focus, I'm going to just say I think Mario Kart 9 is due. Nintendo made Mario Kart the main showpiece of their theme park for a reason, which, by the way, another little Nintendo news piece, that ride actually is built on a game engine, so they can add characters, update the courses, and change it. That's crazy talk for a theme park. I love it. Especially, I'm a big fan of Disney, 1955. The rides haven't changed. That's good, but upgradable rides, updates for your rides, Mario Kart Ride 2.0, I like it. And I think Mario Kart 9 would be such a surefire hit for this fall. A lot of people say they don't need it. 8 Deluxe sells well, but you know what's better than one 30 million selling game? 2 30 million unit selling games, okay? Nintendo wants to keep pushing while they can. As soon as you get complacent, things start to fall apart. So they're gonna have a tentpole title, and they've had one of those every year, but I think what makes this E3 different is that they will in fact have even more. I think they're going to have an incredible supporting cast of secondary games. Now, in the past, they've had some nice ones like Splatoon 2, fantastic little showing at E3. We've got a lot of other Nintendo titles that have kind of been in that slot, but this year with all the anniversaries and all the fan favorite franchises that are heavily rumored and due, namely Metroid and Donkey Kong, this could be the best year ever for not the main game. I went to all the E3s for the Switch. They always have like the whole thing. It's built up, right? They like did a whole Zelda Breath of the Wild display. They're super fun to see. I made videos if you want to see them. Mario Odyssey, it was all dolled up like New Donk City. Smash Bros, they had the characters and their items and their gear everywhere. It was crazy. So they have the tentpole title. If they do follow through and deliver a 2D Metroid, which we've heard rumored for so long now, or even if it's a Metroid Prime trilogy, bringing Samus into the fray, Donkey Kong getting some love for his anniversary, that right there is fantastic. And then they've done a nice job in some of the years of having great day and date drops, right? Bringing in Fortnite and Hollow Knight. And I think they're primed to do that again. My favorite day and date drop from Nintendo at E3 was Hollow Knight. And I think they could drop Hollow Knight Silksong as their surprise E3 go home and play it, except you're already home because that's the world we live in. Although it's getting better, I'm hopeful. Got my vaccination appointment. Boom, baby. On the right track. That's going to be good. Still got to stay safe. Still got to wear the mask, but I'm excited to maybe move to some sense of normalcy at some point in the future. Hollow Knight Silksong would make me feel great to download and play, and we haven't heard about that game in a long time. It's got to be getting near completion. Okay, I also think there's a chance that the Switch Pro, which at this point is inevitable, no matter how many times we want to say we hate rumors, Bloomberg is talking in such detail about this thing, it's real. Nintendo could announce it at E3, they could save it for September. If for some reason it gets mega delayed, maybe they wait even longer, but I feel like it would be a wonderful way to really just hit a home run at E3. If you're able to bring a tentpole title, if you're able to bring fan favorite supporting cast, if you're able to bring a day and date drop that everybody wants and is exclusive to your platform, and you got new hardware, okay, we are sizzling, right? This is turning the heat way up. We're talking 400 degrees plus. And I really like the chances of the Switch Pro showing up at that E3 showcase. Even though the light came after, and maybe they do want to just talk all about games in E3, that would make perfect sense as well. The Switch Pro could be there, and it would elevate things just to a whole nother level. The fifth piece of this puzzle is third party. Now, I feel like we are in a wonderful spot for third party, primarily because of that Switch Pro. More and more companies are going to want to invest in porting their games to Switch, not only because the system is the most powerful selling system right now, not only because it has the most wonderful fan base and incredible vibes and great mind share. If they upgrade, which they are, and they get that new NVIDIA chipset, we're gonna have an easier time getting games from the PlayStation and Xbox side of things over to the Switch. We just saw Monster Hunter Rise absolutely dominate the Switch, and that's the OG Switch. That engine, I don't know, chugga, because it is running amazingly on Switch. It looks fantastic. It's the first time I don't feel compromised by the little system that could. And so now I think we set up for a summer where they can announce some really exciting games from third parties. It would be fantastic if they're exclusives, like give me Resident Evil Outrage, the heavily rumored title that is supposed to be coming from Capcom, who just made Monster Hunter Rise marvelously. I think that would be fantastic. Plus, there's a chance we could get some more awesome games, whether they're ports from the past or upcoming ports. I think they will continue to look better and better, and I think we're just hitting such a sweet spot for the Switch, its games, and its library. I mean, this system has a phenomenal lineup, and it's just getting better and better. Now, I didn't even mention things like Pokemon or Mario Golf, Splatoon 3, titles we already have talked about. They have a chance to reveal a new Smash Bros. Fighter that always has a shot at shaking up the entire gaming industry. This E3, they're just poised to do big things. We've talked a lot about how this sort of feels like we're entering a cyclical progression where 2021/2022 may feel a lot like 2017. A big Zelda, a big Splatoon, a big Mario Kart. And let me just say right now, if both Breath of the Wild 2 and Mario Kart 9 make this E3, they don't need to say anything else. Those two games alone win my heart. And they might be the two most important Switch games that could come out at this point. I hear you, Metroid Prime 4, that's still a ways away, and it will not sell as well as either Breath of the Wild 2 or Mario Kart 9. So I contend that those two right now are the most important games. And if they both make the same summer showcase, whew, it's gonna be good. I think Nintendo is just really gearing up. And the more that they withhold from the second half of the year, the better this summer is going to be. Right now, we know what's coming the first half, and it's been a fantastic first half. In fact, it leads right into our poll. People are loving what the Switch is doing this quarter so far. We don't know what they're doing in the second half. And to me, that's so exciting. And that lack of knowledge is why this E3 will also be phenomenal, because most of the things you're gonna see, you've never seen before. They might touch on Mario Golf for a little nod to Pokemon, but for the most part, it's gonna be whiz-bang, brand new, show me the goods. And that's my favorite kind of surprise. The one that you can't quite predict, The one that you are so excited to see how they decided to do it. The one that blows you away because you were sure Mario Kart 9 would never happen. It's going to be an awesome summer, and it's already been an awesome year. Our poll that we post every night. Let me know what you think about these burning Switch questions. Yesterday I asked, are you happy with Nintendo and your Switch so far in 2021? A whopping 89% said, yes, I am. That's an approval rating that anyone can get behind. 89%. Also, one of my favorite numbers. I was born in 1989. Me and Taylor Swift descended to planet Earth in the exact same day. Fun fact. 11% said, nah, I'm not. I imagine if you're an 11%er, you're not a fan of Animal Crossing, you're not a fan of Mario, and you're not a fan of Monster Hunter, which those are three pretty eclectic and pretty broad groups of people. But I hope that new Pokemon Snap appeals to you. I hope that Miitopia appeals to you. I hope that Mario Golf appeals to you, and I hope that you get some value out of this first half of the year, and I do hope we get Hollow Knight Silksong, because I bet some of you would move from nah to yes if that game did drop. But hey, Nintendo doing well, and for me, they're the company staying the strongest during the pandemic. They found a way to deliver on their releases, keep them consistent, not overpromise, but also not underdeliver. They've really done a great job. I don't know how they're doing it, but they are. And when they announce a game, it hits. Delays aplenty everywhere, but Nintendo, they are just crushing it, and I can't wait to see how they absolutely smash it this summer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you prepped for the best E3 ever? And do you think Nintendo will deliver on an absolutely incredible show like I do? I'll see you guys tomorrow on Good Morning Mario. I appreciate you guys watching the show, supporting it. Let me do what I love and be the weirdo that I am with you, for you every day. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. And until next time, everybody, thanks again. SwitchForce out.